You're on it. I see it. Baby. Oh, you're on the Google Meet. I see you. Mm-hmm. That's what you're supposed to be doing. Okay, but now it's not, right? Because now you're in. If you guys in my class, you can take off your masks if you want. All right, we're going to give it 2 more minutes, and then we're going to get started. Thank you for all of you that have joined. Yes, Logan? Or Dylan? I'm sorry. I apologize. I just called you your brother's name. What's up, Dylan?
Am I supposed to be in this?
Yes.
I'm curious.
Yeah, you can because you're at home today, so you can join me in this today. This is the live meet.
Okay.
For reading today, so you are welcome to be in it. Otherwise, you'd have to watch the recording, which is also fine.
I forgot to
sent it to all the Blackboard. What?
I forgot if AR started.
Have you done the STAR test?
Yes, I have.
Okay, good. I'll send you your ZPD today. Everyone else, Julian, I haven't sent you yours, but everyone else on here, I think I already sent you your ZPD. So be sure to check your email. If you have any questions about your ZPD, please ask me. I will be able to hopefully answer them for you. All right, I'm going to get started on our lovely reading today. Anyone have any questions before I get started?
No.
Okay. So yesterday when we were going over vocab, we talked a little bit for a short amount of time about the prefix phone. The prefix phone. P-H-O-N. Does anyone remember what phone means? Can you type it in the chat if anyone remembers? Anyone remember what phone means? P-H-O-N. It had a specific meaning. Hold on, I'm bringing up my chat. I can't see what you guys have said. I'm going to use a marker. Dun, dun, dun. Here, let me write it in marker and see if it shows up better. Ooh, Angelina, winner, winner. It means sound. Correct, Angelina. Phone means, oh, Mark, you said at first? Oh, I missed it. Okay, and never sound. The prefix phone means sound. So we talked about the phonograph, which is it played music and stuff, and think of like an actual phone that makes sound. So the prefix phone means sound. So on your quiz later this week or at the beginning of next week, I think that later this week, there's going to be a question involving the prefix phone. And everyone has to remember the prefix phone means sound. So if we see a word that has a P-H-O-N, we can automatically know it has something to do with sound. Give me a thumbs up if you are good to go and that makes sense. I need more thumbs up. I want to know that it makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then we're also going to talk about, okay, I lied on the word prefix. I'm sorry. I was getting ahead of myself. Phone, P-H-O-N, is a root. It is not a prefix. That is my bad. I'm getting ahead of myself because next we're learning about a prefix. So phone is a root. It's a root. And a prefix, the prefix we're going to, Connor, you need to be muted. No one should be on with their voices right now.
Okay, I'm crocheting.
Connor, please mute yourself. The prefixes we're talking about this week are EX and E. Can someone tell me where a prefix goes? Does a prefix go at the beginning of a word or the end of the word? Type it in the chat. Where does a prefix go? All right, I see some answers coming in. Lots of you are correct. A prefix goes at the beginning. The pre means like before. So prefix goes at the beginning, suffixes go at the end, but this week we're just talking about prefix, the prefix EX and E. So some EX and E means out of, from, or away. You could possibly have a question on your quiz at the end of the week talking about the prefix. So a word that has the prefix would be like explode. That means, you know, like that has the EX. Experiment has the EX. Elongate has the E. So EX means out of, from, or away. Okay? So there will be 1 or 2 questions on our quiz that have to do with the root word and the prefix. Yes, Miss Angelina.
Can you scooch the paper up some so I can see what you wrote under EX?
Is that better?
Yes, thank you.
Is it higher now? Okay, cool. Yeah, anytime I need to move my papers around or whatever, please let me know. I will gladly help. So that was just what I wanted to go over quickly. Every week we'll be learning a different root, some prefixes, some suffixes, but these are the ones that we're learning this week. And there you go. So go us. I'm going to switch on over and I'm going to review our vocab really quick from last week or from yesterday. Remember your vocab. Yes, Angelina?
I was trying to copy
What?
that. I was trying to copy
Oh, okay.
that. Sorry.
Here you go. No, it's fine. I'll just talk while you're writing that. Remember, you have a reading assignment due tomorrow on the vocabulary. It was 3 sentences. That is due tomorrow morning, and you should have already typed in the code word. I think everyone on here has typed in the code word, but if not, you need to. You don't have to write it down, Hannah. Angelina, she's just making the effort to write some notes. This is your learning. If you want to write it down, cool. If you don't want to write it down, also cool. Same with you, Eden. You don't have to. It's up to you. There's going to be questions on your quiz at the end of the week with 1 of these or 2 of these, so it's up to you. All right. Angelina, are we good to go?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly review our vocab words. We had excel, which means to be really good at something. We had illustrious. As soon as it comes into view, I wonder if I turn on the light, if it'll help. Illustrious, and remember, an illustrious person is famous for his or her accomplishments. We have revere. To revere means to look up to someone. Transcend. If you transcend a boundary, you go above or beyond it. Locomotive is the engine that pulls trains. Chugged. If a vehicle or a train is chugging along, it's moving slowly and noisily. Gadgets are specialized machines or electronic devices like a toaster. Phonograph, there's our root phone, P-H-O-N, which means sound. A phonograph is a machine that plays recorded music or sounds. Sputtered, if something sputters, it's rough, moves in an uneven way, popping noises. Flap, if something's a flap, it's a total disaster, complete failure. Incandescent, if something's incandescent, it gives off a lot of light. Cylinder, remember there are 2 types of cylinders, the actual shaped cylinder, which has circular edges and straight sides, or the cylinder in an engine that takes the fuel and moves it to other parts. And lastly, we have patent, and those are legal documents that say no one else can make or sell what I make. All right, now we are going to start reading a story. So, this is our short read for the week. So before anyone does anything, I'm going to tell you what to do. You're going to open up another tab and go to HMH, our reading website, and you're going to log in. So even though you open up another tab and won't be able to see me, you should still be able to hear my voice as I'm telling you what to do, because I want you to be able to follow along in the story. So right now you should be opening up another tab and going to HMH. If you don't have the HMH website bookmarked, you can go to your reading home or your reading Google Classroom, and it should be in the underneath internet links. My screen won't look like your screen, Isaac, because I'm the teacher, you're the kid. So once you get to the HMH website, I can tell you what to do, but your screen's not going to look like my screen, just for the record, because I won't have the same buttons you have. So you're going to HMH. The reading website. If you don't know the website address, it is on Google Classroom. Once you are on HMH, I want you to type on HMH. I already said, if you don't have a bookmark, you need to go to Google Classroom. You're not just typing it in. Yes. Okay. Go to your reading Google Classroom. It's read. Go to classwork. Go to the internet links. That's where you need to be now. Here's a picture of my lovely self. Can you guys see me right now? Well, actually, you shouldn't be seeing me because you should be getting on HMH. But the camera's now pointing at me for a minute. So you're going to HMH. Ed your friend, whatever you want to call it. And once you get there, you need to go to assignments, which is at the top. It's the third one over. And there's one thing assigned. It's a story. Press it. Press the blue button, and it'll take you to our short read. It's under internet links. It's the top one, I think. Okay. Thank you. Dun, dun, dun. Thank you, all of you guys that are getting on it. Go you. It is definitely a short read, so we might get it done today. We might not. If we don't get it done today, no big deal. We'll continue tomorrow. But remember, you can hear my voice, but you should be looking at the story. I have my book open as well, but I just don't know if you'll be able to see the words enough with my screen, is all. It is called Government Must Fund Inventors. That's where you should be. Yes, Angelina?
Are we going to do popcorn reading, or are you reading it?
Today I'm probably going to read. Sometimes I'll have you guys read. It depends. But today I'm going to do most of the reading. Yes. You need to go to classwork. It's next to stream. Then you're going to scroll down where it says internet links. It is the first internet link. It says Ed your friend. It is MSD of New Durham Township. Evan. MSD of New Durham Township. That's the school district. If any of you guys needed to know that, it's MSD of New Durham Township. I don't know what you mean, Mr. Bernard. And Isaac, I don't know what you mean either. When you log in, it is MSD of New Durham Township. That's our district. And obviously we're in Indiana, in case you didn't know that. Government Must Fund Inventors is what our story is called. It should be the only thing you have underneath assignments currently. And it's your same login as when you log into your computer. So Mark, do you have a question? Thank you, Landon. Zach, good job. Logan, good job.
I was just
Olive, where
stretching.
she needs to be. Oh, you're stretching? Okay, Cool. What do you need, sir? MSD. Type it in. You can. It'll go faster. MSD. And then it should come up. All right, I'm going to drop in the code word right now, just so we have it. Tomorrow, the code word where to post it isn't up yet, so don't go type it in right now. I'm going to post it after this. But the code word for today, or code thing for today, is dun, da, 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 hot chocolate. That's going to be the code word that you're going to type in later, which all of you guys, I know you were here, but you're still going to have to type it in. I will put in the code word on Google Classroom later. Evan, why don't you just bring your computer here, sir? Because we're wasting a lot of time currently waiting, looking. Ella, click the blue button, please, and go to the story. We're going to get started in 1 more minute. Okay, well, you said you were already there now. That's just your username and stuff. Okay. So this is a short read. This week we have a short read, which is this, and then we also have a longer story. So we will be on Module 1. Connor, I need you to put that down. If you're being distracting, I will let you go from our Google Classroom, and you will not be a part of this, and you'll just have to watch the rerun. So we will also have a longer story later. So Module 1, Week 1 will actually last for 2 weeks. Just come here, Ava, with your computer. It will actually last for 2 weeks. But this is a lovely read aloud, and we're going to talk about the central idea and all those lovely things. So the title, Government Must Fund Inventors. This is a persuasive essay. Can someone tell me in the chat what they think a persuasive essay is? Okay, so your username is 28A Tipton. What's your password? Uppercase W, uppercase V. 9380. Oh, you know what? I never put you in. That's my fault. Okay. Close this. We'll do it later. Remind me. I'm going to get you a book. Timeout. Everyone, type in my chat. So you're going to have to go back to your other tab and tell me what's a persuasive essay. That's my fault. I never lost. We'll get yours figured out. What's a persuasive essay? If you don't know what it is, don't Google it, Evan. It's just if you know. Okay. Trying to interest someone, trying to convince someone to do something, to give someone an idea and persuade them into doing it. Perfect. Those are spot on. So a persuasive essay is a writer that wrote something to try to get people to believe or think what they think. So this is persuasive, and with persuasive means it's a lot of opinions, okay? So in this short read, we're going to be hearing opinions of the author, because the author wants you to believe what they believe. Does that make sense, everyone? Give me a thumbs up.
Yes.
There are definitely facts in persuasive essays, but persuasive essays provide facts and examples to convince readers about their idea, and it's about their idea. So sometimes it can feel a little bit opinion-based as well. So there are a few words. If you're not familiar with HMH, there should be yellow highlighted words within your story. And if you click on those, it'll give you the definitions, and that's what we've already gone over. So we'll talk about those as we get there. But I'm going to start reading, okay? So you should be on your HMH tab reading along with me. Well, not like with your finger, paying attention. Like, I don't want you to actually say it. So every year, our government collects trillions of dollars in taxes. Raise your hand if you've ever heard your parents talk about taxes.
All the time.
Yeah, taxes are something that we talk about, something you have to pay. I bought this hot chocolate this morning. Guess what? I had to pay sales tax on it. Most of the funds pay for programs to keep citizens safe and healthy. Other amounts fund programs such as public education. So all of us here right now, we're at a public school. So your parents' tax dollars, my tax dollars help fund our school. Some of the money goes to run the government itself. It's expensive to keep our country running. Definitely is. You, Isaac, you do have to pay a book rental fee and stuff, but our school would not be able to survive just on book rental fees. We do get money from the government, from taxes, property taxes, and that's how we really keep our school going. What you're paying for, Isaac, is you guys are renting the books, is what you guys, and renting the Chromebooks. That's what your school fees go towards. Paragraph 2. Sadly, just a small percentage goes to fund innovation and invention. In recent years, the government has spent only a small percentage of federal budget on scientific and medical research. This is not right. The federal government must spend more money to support inventors and their work. Can someone tell me what if I'm going to read this sentence again, and you're going to type in the chat if it's fact or opinion. This is not right. The federal government must spend money to support inventors and their work. Are those two sentences facts or opinions?
Thanks.
I'm only seeing 4 answers, but there's lots of you. What do we think? Fact or opinions? All right, so these are opinions. The person is saying that is not right.
Opinion.
What if I had a different opinion and said, that's good, I'm glad. So the federal government must spend more money to support inventors and their work. That is an opinion. That's what the author is trying to persuade us of. And that is what the author is trying to persuade us of. And now the rest of the story is going to be why the author thinks that. Okay? Paragraph 3. Invention is crucial for the government and social well-being of our country. Does anyone know what crucial means? Or how would we say crucial? Type it into the chat if you want to answer. What does crucial mean? That's kind of a word that I wish was in our vocabulary words this week. I like that word. All right, I'm seeing some good answers. So I have need, needed badly, needed. Good. Crucial is definitely like needed. It's a must. So this author is saying invention is a must for our economic and social well-being. Economic is like economy, the money and stuff. Social is, like people and stuff. Funding inventors improves people's lives, creates jobs, and helps our nation excel as a leader in science and technology. I want everyone right now to click on your yellow button over Excel and read the definition just to yourself, just so we can practice using Ed Your Friend. You should be able to click on the yellow and the definition should come up. And it means to be really good at something. So that's one of the reasons the author thinks that we need to fund inventors, because it helps our nation excel as a leader. All right, so I just want to point out a few things. The top, it has our actual title, Governments Must Fund Inventors. And then now we have a subtitle in blue. Inventors need government support. That is a subtitle. So we are now on paragraph 4. It's often the case that only the government has a huge... Oh, wait. Let me start that again. I apologize. Mrs. Kneifel messes up reading all the time, so don't mind my mistakes. I try my best. It's often the case that only the government has the huge funds needed to support truly great innovation. So innovation is like... How do I describe innovation? It's like, you know, new technologies, new things, how we like level up, basically. To build a faster computer or transcend the barriers of space, inventors need enormous sums of money. I want everyone to type in a synonym for enormous. Synonym means the same. What's a synonym for enormous? Inventors need enormous sums of money. Humongous, huge, big, huge, big, humongous, large. Perfect. Good job, guys. So enormous is just big, large. Those are all synonyms. So the author's saying for inventors to really, you know, invent new things, they need lots of money to try things out, you know, to see what works and what doesn't. The government spent about $20 billion on Apollo space program, which took astronauts to the moon. The project likely could not have succeeded without the government help. So without the government donating that $20 billion, we probably never would have landed on the moon. So that's a reason why, you know, maybe the government should fund inventors. Paragraph 5. Government support of invention has frequently led to more innovation. A simple example is memory foam. This space-age material first helped protect astronauts from collision. A collision is like a crash. Consequently, many people today now sleep on mattresses made of this squishy, comfortable material. It's even used to add cushion in shoes. Other innovations include devices that help deaf hear, probes that help doctors look inside arteries, and scratch-resistant eyeglasses. So, when we think of eyeglasses, like the glasses I'm wearing on my face, which I don't know if you just saw my face, but there's my face. I wear glasses, and glasses have been around for years and years and years. But glasses in 2020 are way different than they were years ago. Nowadays, glasses, you know, you can get transitions where they can make their own sunglasses. I have scratch-resistant coating. Sunglasses are really bendable and flexible. Back in the day, years and years ago, glasses weren't the same. So an inventor innovated eyeglasses. So that's just an example there. Memory foam is a big one. I used to have a pillow made of memory foam. Memory foam for sleeping is not my favorite. I bet some of you guys probably have memory foam. I know I have a pair of shoes that have memory foam in them. So that was something, you know, people who worked with astronauts invented memory foam to help them. But consequently, so many people use memory foam just in their everyday lives now. So that's pretty cool to think of.
Be right back.
Okay. So that is super cool to think of, I feel like, personally. We are going to, we still have some time, so we're going to travel on to the next page, to the next subheading, titled, Inventors Change Our Lives for the Better. Government support of innovation has always benefited society. Specifically, government funds have contributed to inventions such as cell phones, electronic cars, and the internet. So the government helped funded all those inventions that we use every single day. I mean, I don't have an electronic car. I have a fuel-powered car, but I have a cell phone and I use the internet every single day. So the government helped funded those things that I use every single day. All of you are using the internet right now. It's the government's job to improve the lives of citizens. Inventors do this all the time. Think about the contributions of inventors like the illustrious Thomas Edison. Who can doubt that his light bulb made life easier? Think of the computer giants like Bill Gates and Steve Jobs, who many revere for how they changed the world. The government should be doing all it can to help inventors follow their footsteps. So in this paragraph, there are facts and there's opinions. A fact is Thomas Edison invented the light bulb. An opinion is the light bulb made life easier. Maybe I think the light bulb made life harder. I definitely don't. Thank goodness for the light bulb. But someone else might not think that. Steve Jobs and Bill Gates. Raise your hand if you've heard of Steve Jobs and Bill Gates. Steve Jobs, he has passed away now, but he was the starter of the Apple company. So I'm wearing an Apple Watch right now, invented by Steve Jobs. My iPhone is somewhere, invented by Steve Jobs. Bill Gates, computer genius. And lots of people look up to them, especially other inventors. They want to be like them. So remember, revere is to think highly of someone, to look up to them. Mark, raise his hand. Funny. Even failures help inventors learn. That is the next subtitle. Now, some people might feel that inventions are too risky a business for the government to be involved in. Yes, most inventors do fail at first, but failure is a central part of the process. It is how great ideas become great products. So I like that. That paragraph is really interesting to me because it talks about, a lot of people are like, goodness, the government shouldn't help inventors. What if the inventors fail and all that money is wasted? But without failure, things wouldn't ever come, because I promise Thomas Edison didn't invent the light bulb in one try. He had to try multiple times. All right, so we are going to pause there for today. Don't get off. We're just going to talk real quick. Let me get a note. So I can remember. Actually, I lied. We're going to read paragraph 9, and then we'll stop there. Yes, you learn from your mistakes. Awesome, Landon. Good comment. In 1967, for example, an Apollo spacecraft caught fire on the launch pad. 3 astronauts died. Inventors learned from this terrible accident. They made improvements to the spacecraft. The improvements helped astronauts land on the moon. So there's an example. The government spent tons and tons of money on the Apollo spacecraft in 1967, and then guess what? It caused a fire, and people actually passed away. So that was a huge thing. Like, that was obviously a terrible mistake, terrible things. But because of those mistakes, the inventors were able to learn, oh, look, this is what caught fire. Let's fix that. And then eventually we were able to land on the moon. So that's all super awesome. So we will finish the last paragraph tomorrow. And then also tomorrow, we're going to talk about the central idea. Can someone please tell me, does anyone know what central idea means? Just before we even talk about it, type it in the chat. What does central idea mean? I'm going to wait for a few answers. What does central idea mean? Okay, should be back on my lovely self now. Perfect. All you guys are answering the correct answer. Go you. Central idea means the exact same thing as main idea. For some reason, HMH, our book, likes to use the word central idea instead of main idea, but those are interchangeable. They mean the exact same thing. And main idea and central idea means what the whole thing is about. So that's what we're going to really discuss tomorrow, is what the entire thing is about. We are going to do a graphic organizer together. And we're going to lay out what is fact, what is opinion, and stuff like that. So this is our short read for the week. Does anyone have any questions currently on what we read today? Was everyone able to get on the HMH and get your book open? Maya, do you have a question? You can unmute yourself or you can type it, Maya. Isaac, Elijah, if you have a question, type it in. Maya, can you say your question? Oh, thank you, Isaac, that you were able to get to your book. Awesome. So always, if there's assignments and stuff, that'll be where it is, same place. HMH, you better bookmark it on your computer. We're going to be going there like every single day. Angelina, what's your question?
Who's Maya?
Maya Culp, she is in Mrs.
Mia
Siddick's
Culp.
class, and she,
You mean Mia?
yeah, I meant Mia. My life's awesome. Mia, I'm sorry.
I was confused.
I'll get better at it.
I was like,
All right, so technically today this was your reading class. This was your assignment. So the only thing you're going to have to do once I get off of this is I'm going to type in what's the code word, and you're going to have to type in the code word for today, which if you remember is hot chocolate. And then this was reading class. So as long as you are already done with your vocabulary sentences, then you do not have reading homework. Connor, what's your question? I see your hand is up.
No homework, no homework, no homework.
My question is, you know how we said like pillows and stuff were made out of styrofoam? I
I said memory
one
foam. I did not
feather
say
pillow.
styrofoam. Connor, we do not have
And
time
I
for
got-
stories. Connor, we do not have time for
I got memory
stories.
I know.
So I thank you for sharing, but we don't have time for stories. Good job, Eden, writing that down. Okay, so I'm going to log off. I will post this recording later for everyone that wasn't able to join us that's home today. And I will also make the post that says, what is the code word, okay? So thank you guys for joining. You guys absolutely rock. I hope you have a lovely, lovely day. Lucky for you, you don't have any reading because you already came to the meeting today. So have a great day, guys. Some of my kids, I will see you later. The other
Bye.
classes, I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye, goodbye. You may leave whenever. Yes, Hannah, you have more learning to do. Reading is not your only class today.